Hi golfers, you're back, or is it your back? When you start off your game, you're starting off quite refreshed, hopefully, feeling invigorated and enthused, and you're looking forward to those 18 holes. You've been doing a little bit of practicing and you're ready to sort of take on your friends or whoever you're taking on at that point. You get to maybe 9 holes, maybe 12 holes, you only get to sort of 6 or 7 holes, and then the niggles start creeping in. It starts creeping into your lower part of your back. Rest of the time you're okay, but just whilst you're sort of walking along, there's no discomfort. But when you're static and you're ready to take that shot, it's that movement that you can just start to feel there's a bit more strain going on. So, what's going on? Well, in reality, there may be several things going on, or there may be actually very little going on in your lower part of your back. We're talking about referred pain. When we talk about referred pain, it's not necessarily that point where you are feeling it that is the actual source of the discomfort. We're talking about it is the point where the body is saying, okay, you haven't listened to me so far, you're now going to listen to me. As soon as I start taking a part of the anatomy out of the equation that you need, you're going to start listening to me. So it could be a very simple or relatively simple fatigue issue. Not saying that you are not cardio fit, that you're not strong enough, you're not fit enough to take the 18 holes on. What we're saying is that the body is under that much load, that much strain on a continual basis, not just during the day, but maybe the preparation to get to that point and the week leading up, that the body is just saying, whoa, hang on a second, I need to rest. So, what can we do to sort of help rectify this? Make it a lot easier so you are more comfortable and you can go and play those 18 holes without getting this fatigue, discomfort, referred pain into the lower part of the back. One of the easiest things that you can do on a very regular basis is stand up straight. Standing up straight is not always something that we tend to consider as a necessity because there are other things going on in our environment that distracts us. When I'm talking about standing up straight, I'm talking about having the feet, inside edges of the feet, nice and parallel. You can have the outside edges parallel with the feet turned in, but that can sometimes put a bit of a pull onto the hips. So we're going to have the inside edges of the feet parallel, so the hips are facing forwards. We're going to take a breath in to the top of the sternum, just where the collarbone reaches the top of your rib cage. You're going to breathe into there in a nice sort of 40, 45, 50-ish degree angle, i.e. in a nice trajectory line going upwards. That's going to lift and lengthen the back. You're going to draw the chin back towards the throat, so you're getting that nice extension into the back of the neck. And you're going to importantly look forward. Look forward at the horizon line and then just raise the gaze just that little bit higher. Nice little example is take the horizon line, put a golf ball in front of it, and then look at the top of the golf ball, not the bottom part of the golf ball. That will raise your gaze slightly upwards. It will help to raise the chin up a little bit. It will help to give you that sense of almost leaning back without leaning backwards. You don't want to be leaning backwards. You don't put that strain onto the lower back, and certainly not that compression onto the lower part of the back. You want to feel that you're lifting up and trying to reach forwards. So when you're walking between holes, don't look down at the grass that you're walking on, look in front of it. You do it naturally when you're driving. You don't look at the steering wheel, you're looking at the cars in front of you and beyond. So you're already used to looking forward. But when we walk, we tend to, especially if we're concentrating on the game and wondering why that last shot down the fairway was not quite as accurate as you might have liked, you're trying to sort of work out, right, what do I need to change? How do I need to change my stance? How do I need to change my swing? You start to look down at the floor. It's part of a natural way that the body reacts to concentrating on something else. So raise your gaze upwards. This does several things. It doesn't just lift and lengthen the back, taking that strain out of the lower part of the back and giving you that bit more height and space for the shoulders as well. It gives you more breath because the shoulders will naturally roll backwards, giving you more capacity for your breath in the top of the chest and giving you more capacity to breathe into the abdomen. So you're not leaning forwards, you're standing upright. So you're not putting a load and a strain onto the lower part of the back. You've got a bit more clarity, you've got a bit more space to breathe, a bit more oxygen to breathe and to function with. So you can see a little more clearly. You're also not going to have that sense of perpetual motion, almost falling forwards. So when you do come to take your swing, again, draw the chin back a little bit. Take that lengthening into the back of the neck. Have that little bit of a space underneath the chin. So even if you do start to lean forward to take the swing, because you're going to need to lean forward a little bit, otherwise you're going to wallop your toes, come forward, but with the chin drawn back. You'll keep more of an extension through the upper part of the back, more lengthening. So it's actually the thighs that will be taking the effort, not the lower part of the back. Because let's be right, your thighs are considerably bigger than the lower back muscles, the psoas muscles. Let them take the strain, that's what they're designed to do, rather than your back take the strain. You can line up with your shot, and you can also see what's going on as you shoot down the fairway. If you keep the chin tucked when you take your swing, you'll actually have to lift and rotate the neck to see down the fairway, because otherwise you'll be looking somewhere over there and that's exactly where the ball's going to be going. I'm not teaching you how to take your swing. Your swing may be absolutely perfect, but it's your back that is causing you the discomfort. It is your back that is starting to reduce the enjoyment throughout the game. So come back to back. Stand up nice and straight. When you go to walk, think about the golf ball in front of you. Think about looking at the top of the golf ball. Take that line as perspective. Think about where your shoulders are. Draw your shoulders back. Lift in to the top of the sternum. Some people call it pigeon chest. I quite like that phrase because everybody knows exactly what it means. You're puffing the chest up and out, and you're getting more space for that breath. You're also going to be lengthening the abdominals. You're going to be bringing more support into the abdominals, which are also going to help support the lower part of the back. So when you are leaning forward to take your swing, you're not putting the load directly onto the lower part of the back muscles, to L4, L5, S1, S2. That is where your weakness is going to be. It's where your fatigue is going to show very, very quickly. So have a look at this. Have a little play with it. Even just take it around the house. If you don't want to take it out onto the fairway, just walk around looking directly in front. If you take a door height, that's about where you want to be looking in front of you. That will give you a nice perspective, a nice stance. Try it out. See how you get on. Drop me a message. Drop me a line if you want to have a chat about some of the other perspective angles that we can look at to make your posture feel much more comfortable, take less strain out of the back. Look at my other series of videos. I look forward to speaking to you soon. See you on the fairway. Take care.